Same kind of question, but basically, how would you answer somebody who made this statement to you? Shouldn't they, meaning black people or somebody who is a minority, shouldn't they take responsibility for their own conditions, their own situation, and stop blaming others for their problem? In other words, like, hey, I don't see racism as a problem. I just see it as a kind of a socio-economic thing, and it's an excuse for not taking responsibility for your own conditions. How would you respond to somebody who made that kind of statement to you?
Well, first of all, when that statement comes up, I mean, it just, when you read it, I read the question before, but when you said it, it does something to an individual when people refer to you as they, which is meaning that you're something different than they are. And so that is the first thing that has to be addressed, because if we're talking in a church setting, I think we all agree that we're all of God's children. Yeah. And so it shouldn't be referred to in that sense. But taking responsibility for each of our own plight in life, I mean, we get that. We understand that. But as it was mentioned earlier about preferences, we all need some type of avenue or option to be able to set our life in the order that we would like to have it to be in. And so I don't think everyone blames everyone for their current situation. I think that's kind of an assumption, is that people are blaming everyone for where they are or what they have the opportunity to do. But in this world, everyone's going to need some type of opportunity or encouragement from others who do the same types of things that they do. And if those who think or say that shouldn't they be responsible for their own path in life, if they look back over their life, someone helped them out at some point or another, I'm sure.
Anything you guys want to add?
Yeah, Carlos, I think the way you started to respond to that question by identifying the problem with the they is very, very important, because, it already, that starts the whole thing of it's us and them. And as brothers and sisters, as people who are made in the image of God, if I have something that I should be responsible for, I think where we're trying to go is we should be responsible for. It's not they should. It's how can I walk with, how can I be in life with, how can I be in community with, and whatever they're feeling, I should feel. And I think that's very, very critical in this conversation.
Thank you, guys. If you think in terms of us and them, or use the language they, then perhaps you got a problem, and it's not a preference, right? I'm gonna quote Michael on this one.
And a lot of times it's not, we're all raised in a certain environment, and just because someone says that, even those who are on the receiving end of that should exercise grace and understand that may have been all they've ever heard or all they've ever known, and we become what we're around. And so we have to find a way, even on the receiving end, to understand that we have to show people things differently than what they've seen in the past.